And here was Angelo Caruso, the guy I had never met. So I'll turn it over to you, Michael. Thank you. It was a privilege and an honor to meet you.
It's funny that Elizabeth should, thank you very much, lovely. Elizabeth says I'm confident, Terry Bean says I'm arrogant. You decide. We've got a fantastic little program for you, and I guess dinner is happening as we speak, right? For you hungry people in the room, we're going to be working right through. We have a handout for you. Mr. Harwood, are you ready for us? We've got some handouts because we're trying to give you a little bit value added tonight in terms of an educational component. And we thought, what better topic tonight than to help you work a room better. Not only tonight, but also for any other future networking events that you go to. So I've got some terrific information for you on how you can get more done at meetings like this. We pride ourselves in that. I think Terry hit it right on the head when he said that this organization has hands coming out to give. We definitely want to leave you with information, leave you with contacts, leave you with a kingmaker or a queenmaker that will help you double your income in the next 6 months. Would that be okay with you? If you could meet one person that could help you double your income in the next 6 months, this would be a memorable experience. We hope that happens for you tonight. If you have a pen, I'd like you to try to eat with your left hand while we write with our right, if you're so inclined. And I'll get you a chance to fill in your notes here on your handout, and then you will take away some information that you'll never forget. You can use it at your very next networking meeting. You'll be able to use it before you leave the reserve tonight. By the way, how about a round of applause for the people at the reserve? Isn't this a beautiful facility? Very nice. We're glad you're here. Let's talk about the art of networking. I mentioned to you earlier I've been in the entertainment business. One of the things I used, Elizabeth, to develop confidence during my early years is I discovered that being in the band was a real nice bonus. And that if you could walk into a room like you were with the band, that you got treated differently. Well, it's easier if you are in the band. How many of you own your own business? Raise your hand. You are your band now. You are the main act. And when you walk into a room, you have to walk into a room like you own the place. And it's true that some people will think you're arrogant. But you let them get to know you for 4 or 5 minutes, and they will decide that you are confident, and it's nothing personal when you walk into the room like you own the place. That's how you don't rub anybody the wrong way. So, I want you to not do any warming up when you come to these events. I want you to work the parking lot, baby. Because if you were parked in valet today, or you parked in one of the adjoining parking lots and walked over, odds were pretty good that you were walking in with someone from ION. And if that's true, you don't need to ignore them or not talk to them. You could shake their hand with confidence in the parking lot. Are you here for the ION meeting tonight? They either say yes or no. The odds are they're going to say yes, and you're already working the room before you get inside, so no warming up. I want you to work the parking lot. I want you to work the registration line. I want you to work the drink ticket line. I want you to work the restroom. Quick story. How many of you know the company Nightingale Conant? The audiobook company. I met Vic Conant in the restroom at a conference. I did not shake his hand, but I knew that you don't need to know the details, but I look over and there's Vic Conant. He's one of the biggest shots in the industry in terms of speakers and people that do publishing, and that's how I met him. I knew it was him, and I said, "Are you Vic Conant?" He said, "Yes." I said, "My name is Angelo Caruso. I'd love to meet you." And we got the introduction there, right then in the restroom. So the other thing I want you to think about is that I want you to start thinking about networking on purpose. When you come to these events, I'd like you to think about not talking about how hot it is, not talking about how hard it rained today, because you can't take that conversation with you tonight. What you can take with you tonight are business cards. I want you to come in concentrating on getting 20 business cards, 25 business cards. There's 140 people here tonight. And if you took 25 cards from here, 30 cards from here, that's a good sign you're working the room. One of the pitfalls of working the room is that you would meet somebody that's attractive or somebody that you enjoy speaking with really early in the evening, maybe even right here before you even get into the center of the room, and you spend 20 or 30 minutes talking to this person. And although you may enjoy that conversation, you both get a lot from it, you're not getting the benefit of networking because you're spending too much time with one person. So you make the connection, and then you fly away like a butterfly, pollinating all the flowers in the garden. You've got to try to get to as many people as you want. So I want you to try to move around and network on purpose. One of the biggest problems. You need me? Oh, you're just hanging out. Are you interested in what I'm saying? A little bit. Okay, great. Do you have trouble remembering names? You do. No, I'm Michael. Yeah, he says, are you Chip? I'm going to show you a technique for remembering names. Are you interested? Yeah, but you could listen to this. So here's how you remember names. The technique is called cluster imprinting. When you meet somebody, I want you to repeat their name 4 or 5 times, and here's how it's done. May I borrow you, sir? Would you stand up? Watch how I repeat the gentleman's name 5 or 6 times. He'll never know I'm using the technique. It's called cluster imprinting. Hi, Michael Caruso.
Michael Caruso, Jim Jung.
Jim Jung, nice to meet you. It's Jim Jung, 2 J's, right?
That is correct.
I might do this with Debbie. I'll say, is it Debbie with an I-E or with a Y? She says it's just Debbie with an I. Now, why is this important? Because my brain, both my left brain is getting the spelling of the name, while my right brain is getting the visual of the name. I'm a visual person, so I need to tap the right side of my brain with the spelling. He would never take offense that I'm asking him about the correct spelling of his name. In fact, he would like it because I'm showing extra attention. Let's replay the scenario. Count how many times you hear the name Jim. Hi, Michael Caruso.
Hi, Jim.
Jim, nice to meet you. What do you do for a living, Jim?
I have 2 high-tech companies.
Oh, excellent. And is this your first ION meeting?
No, it's not.
It's not. But you met a lot of cool people here?
Absolutely not.
Very good. Jim, do you think you could introduce me to some people?
Sorry for my visual as well. I wish it were better, but go ahead.
No, you're good. Jim, do you think you could introduce me to some people tonight?
I'd love to, Michael.
That would be fabulous. And I can introduce you to some people. You see that lady in the red dress over there? Her name is Rita. Do you know her yet, Jim?
No, but I certainly would like to be introduced.
Apparently Jim's a visual person too. Jim, let's go over and meet Rita. I'm sure she would like to meet you. Thank you, sir. So you see, in just a very short period of time, I clustered Jim's name 7, 8 times. He has no idea I did this trick, and yet it is very powerful. I will never forget Jim Jung's name, and now neither will you.
And I won't forget you owe me an introduction.
Thank you, yes. And so that's how you remember names. It's called cluster imprinting. The whole idea here is that you would become what I call psychologically attractive to the people that you are meeting. Psychologically attractive is a much different thing than you spend time at home when you're looking in the mirror getting dressed up. Psychologically attractive is what happens when you walk into the room with a smile on your face. Walk into every room with a smile on your face. Most people don't do this. Most people walk into the room with what's called a neutral face or a resting face. It's the same face that you'll have in your casket. And yet when you walk into the room with a smile on your face, people will gravitate towards you. They like you more, and they don't know why. So walk into the room with a smile on your face, you'll find that it helps. Also, I want you to ask what are called yes questions. Yes questions are rhetorical questions, and they beg the answer yes. For example, are you having a good time tonight, Erica? And Erica is likely to say yes to that question. She is especially likely to answer yes questions if I nod my head yes. Very hypnotic. Are you a member of ION? She's wearing an ION name badge. The odds are pretty good. Yes. Do you enjoy the organization? Yes. Will you introduce me to some people I'd like to meet tonight? Yes, I will. Yes, 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 yes. Also, how many of you in sales? Please raise your hand. Just about everybody. Great. And so when you're selling, you want to ask yes questions. Very, very helpful. In short, I want you to attract attention to yourself when you come to networking events. I want you to stand in traffic. Where is a good place to stand in this room? Some people might say in the bar, which is back here. The good news is you'll meet a lot of drunks back here. It's not exactly high traffic area. What's higher traffic than the bar?
Front door.
The entrance. What's near the entrance? Restrooms are near the entrance. People have to come in and out of this room. Registration is over here. Not a bad place to stand, right in this area, here. By the way, the meeting will be ending tonight. Where would be a good place to stand if you wanted to meet people on the way out? Right about here, same place as people are leaving.